almost on time.
Almost on time.
Almost. I know, although we're starting an hour later than we normally do since we've been down here this time. So,
I wasn't going to
yeah,
acknowledge the
well,
hour. I was just saying the 2 minutes.
let me adjust the camera a little bit. Oh, there we go. A little bit better. Eh. Anyway, sorry, we're fiddling with everything. How's everyone doing tonight? We are getting notifications from the rodeo team. Then apparently everyone had a great rodeo, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Futon O2's in the house. Hey, how you doing? Evening. David Hunter says howdy. Let's see here. Get my glasses. Hello, Bear
Mater.
Clan. Mater, how you doing, Mater? You doing better? You feeling better? I heard you had a little health bout there, so we're hoping you're doing okay. Mike Adams says howdy, y'all. Good evening. Amelie says.
Hey, I hope your house is going along swimmingly.
And of course, the screen is just further out than my eyesight can handle. Not far or too close. We reverse seats again. I am sorry. We do that a lot.
We're just keeping you on
I
your
know.
toes, and obviously you get a gold star for this evening because you're paying attention.
Steven says howdy from San Mateo. John says hi, Mr. Bear. Di is in the house. Howdy, Bear family. Hi, Di. How you doing? Chilly up there in Minnesota. She in Minnesota? It was Minnesota.
I
Could be wrong. Somewhere up north. Hey, Den Tools. Hope family is doing well. We're at a friend's house because Starlink for RVs sucks. So Wisconsin. I knew it was one of the two. Steve's in Half Moon Bay. Oh, Half Moon Bay is a beautiful place. Beautiful place.
Hey, Sin. I feel like it's been a while.
Oh, Sin's here. I'd missed her.
But she's in Half Moon Bay.
Oh, that was Sin. Okay. Says hi from Texas. Who is this? Pine. Sorry, my ability to read the screen is a little harder.
Pine Cone Counter.
Pine Cone Counter.
Are you counting pine cones? Jim says hello from Strasburg, Virginia. Guy says, anyone see video? I'm hoping you guys see video.
See, if I hold my glasses out here, I can read fine. I used to. Do as good as can be seen, needing to get more done. Mater says hello from Chicago. Neil says, hey, Neil. He says, hey, Den.
Hey.
Oh, my gosh. What a week. We've been over here all weekend. We've been hanging out watching mostly Hallmark and Hallmark-esque kind of Christmas movies. And I got to tell you, I'm a sucker for good romance movies and stuff, and they're cheesy as all heck. But even around the Christmas time, I can do with a few Hallmark movies. I think we managed to Hallmark the entire family out, though, didn't we?
Yeah, I might have one more movie in me.
One more Hallmark movie?
Mm-hmm.
And then what did I make you guys watch? What was that movie?
Was it Bad Santa? I don't remember.
No, it was the Christmas, was it Fat Man with Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorite Christmas movies. And the whole family's mad at me now. And I'm like, but that's the way Santa really is. Santa's, the Germanic, Lord of the Wild Hunt, Woden. That's where he comes from. And he's not the jolly Diet or Coca-Cola Santa.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yep. We're not liking that one.
Said Mark says my wife loves Hallmark starts in July.
Yes.
You're going to have to keep up all the comments.
Yes, I know. So Guy, somebody recommended just refreshing your page if you're having trouble seeing video. It seems like everybody else is getting audio and video. But as always, I know I saw Die Hard. I don't know who said that, but that is
I think Futon said it.
Christmas movie. Hello. Yeah, basically I could just watch that on repeat.
Our daughter swore she's never watching Die Hard again.
She really does not like it. One of our children and I love it and would watch it like every single day. And I think she may or may not have been traumatized by watching it on a road trip, like over and over.
Yeah, like again. 6 times. Griffin had it on a tablet, and he just watched it back to
Griffin
back.
Griffin and I could just watch. I mean, we don't really need to watch anything else, really. Hey,
Brad's Workbench.
Hey.
Boy, if you are on TikTok and you've not been following Brad, he's been killing it with the content lately. It's hilarious.
Red Dog 850 says, hello, Papa Bear and Mama Bear. Hello.
Howdy.
Jimson says, hello from California. Neil says, at the Den of Tools, that was the post about a SEMA show. What vendor, if you can say? Oh, I think he's talking about the one that had the visit from the feds.
From the feds. Who was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember. It was an acronym like PCX or Y.
PHX or something.
PHX something. Yeah, they did. They do finishes and coatings and stuff and refinishing. Or they used to.
Mater's Workshop says, did Jessie forget her headgear tonight? I did. I intended to put it in my purse. But my head is on.
No judgment. It's there in spirit.
It's there in spirit. Yes, Mark was saying his wife loves Hallmark. It starts in July. Sin says, at the Den of Tools, you have been killing it with the content as of late.
Thank you.
Awesome. Futano2, best Christmas movie, yes, is Die Hard. Carson's Tool Channel, at the Den of Tools. So I was at the trade show where the DeWalt mower caught on fire.
Oh, did you bring marshmallows?
I think that's a faux pas. If you whip them out of your tool bag and just start roasting
Fire
away.
department shows up, you're sitting there with marshmallows. Yeah. Do you want some?
Yeah, they probably wouldn't like that.
Oh.
Did I poking you in your head?
No, it's okay.
Sorry.
No. Thank you.
Oh,
no,
it's a little bitty hat.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a fascinator.
And I look fascinating.
Don't be jealous. Thank you. Okay, I totally love this. If this goes missing, I don't know what happened.
How do you see through
I
these
really
things?
think when I go through TSA, they're gonna appreciate this look. Just saying. Who else? Hello. Battle Circuit says Bear has a 2-gallon battery-powered air compressor. What is your opinion of the possibility it will come out in the Hercules version? Does he maybe mean Bauer?
Bauer has a 20-volt air compressor, and I have to think that there's going to be a version in the Hercules. Now, when it comes out, I think it'll probably be, if we're lucky, it would be this time next year.
Brad's Workbench says, hey, haven't seen y'all in a minute at the Den of Tools. Guy says, found out it is my browser. Oh, awesome. That was the issue with why he couldn't see us. Mark Olson says, I grabbed the Malco Eagle Grip clamp one this week.
Oh, yeah.
They will disappear soon.
Yeah, they will.
Carson's Tool Channel says,
They'll be collectibles.
Yeah. At the Den of Tools, I also have video and photos of the fire.
Ooh.
Sin says, I love all the Die Hard movies. Yeah, me too.
If you could share them with me, red@denatools.com.
I'm assuming that is for Carson's Tool Channel.
Oh, probably.
Not about the Die Hard
Well, tell you what.
movies.
Oh. So is it Carson's Tool Channel that has the video?
Yes.
Okay. Tell you what. Why don't you post it and send me a link to it, and I'll put it in my comment section and link to it and give you a shout out.
There's a child.
Hello, Eleanor.
Hi.
Say hi to everyone.
Hello.
She's getting ambushed. She was not expecting this.
No.
Isn't it chilly out there?
Sharpie132 says, let's get these likes up. Thank you so much. Don't forget to
Bro, you trapped me outside.
hit the like button. Honey, we didn't know you were out there.
Can you get in?
No.
One moment, please. Technical
Uno
difficulties.
momento, por favor.
Okay. Hey guys.
Wildcat says, accidental tools.
This is going to get good.
Lethal Weapon is also a fine Christmas movie.
Lethal Weapon. Well, we just watched the Mel Gibson, so that might be a good tie-in. How you doing?
Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Let's start the show.
Come here.
Sin says, all good here.
Say hi.
Somebody else says
Say hi.
no video here. New York Ducker 63. Hey, I haven't heard
Try
from you.
refreshing.
Well, Guy, who was
the
having the issue that
cost.
thought it was
Ow.
fixed, said it's not fixed.
Huh.
So,
Hi Eddie.
We're
Guy
streaming.
said, New York Trucker, are you using Chrome?
We're streaming directly from our phone, so there's not even any settings or anything we can work with.
For Forms of Matter, a few months ago, a person on Den of Tools' Facebook page asked, what's the point of having vice grips? If you responded saying that you'll have to do a video on them, any chance that video is still coming?
What's the point of having vice grips?
Yes.
Like, what you would use them for?
Right, and you responded that you... about doing a video.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. You'll have to put that down on the list. That's her job.
You'll have to put that on the list because I'm reading right now. At the Den of Tools.
Mike says hi to you.
I say hi.
Mike Adams says, at the Den of Tools, I caught an advertisement on Facebook for an attachment for a drill that's supposed to be a sheet metal cutting tool. The page is called I don't even know how to say it. IMTENDTDOTK.
There's a bunch of those. DeWalt makes one as well. In fact, I heard that it works on more than just the DeWalt tools.
Edgar Gonzalez says, hello from Hurricane Central, Florida. Love your contact. Hey, thank you so much. Content. I can't speak English this evening. I am super glad that you are safe. And yes, Florida is...
You should move your lips like you're talking.
Someone just said that Die Hard is the best Christmas movie. It's not. It's not even a Christmas movie. It sucks.
It's a great movie. We were just discussing.
Told you.
I hate Die Hard.
What did you think of Fat Man?
It sucked. It was so traumatizing. You were like, oh, it'd be a great movie. Santa died.
He did not die.
He didn't die.
He did die, and then he came back.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiling it. It was traumatizing.
Sin says, I'm so jelly. What are you jelly about, Sin?
Me, obviously.
I missed something.
You should have seen all the cookies, pumpkin bread. What else did we make here?
We made peanut butter blossoms.
Peanut butter blossoms.
Are peanut butter, like,
Peanut butter
balls
cookies.
with Hershey Kisses in the center.
We made was it Nutella crescent rolls? You made
just
cinnamon
made
rolls.
chocolate rolls.
Made that breakfast souffle. The women have been cooking up a storm. I've been gaining pounds. That's what I've been doing.
I'm so good at this, guys.
Mater's Workshop says, at the Den of Tools, I have the DeWalt battery-powered air compressor. Do you see Cobalt coming out with one?
I feel like Anthony agrees with me. Thank you, Anthony.
Okay, thank you for reading out of order.
That's a good question. I think they should. I would not be surprised if they did, but again, I think if they do, we're at least a year out on it.
David Hunter says, I have just started migrating from Bauer to Hercules. Sin says, it looks super cute, Jesse. Thank you so much, Sin. I hope that you are having a super great night. Joe Schmo says, hello all. Sending some love, some bear love. Okay. Harlan says, hello everyone. Mark Olson says, hi child. Greg says, at the Den of Tools, surprised you haven't mentioned Ryobi coming out with 2 framing nailer.
We've been so busy with everything else with the holidays and whatnot that it's hard to keep on top of the news and keep everything updated.
Yeah. Eddie says, yo. Harlan says, hello, young lady. Brad's Workbench says, at the Den of Tools, have you played with Harbor Freight's new parallel clamps? They look very similar to the Bora ones.
I have not. I've talked to several people who have them, though, and they think they're fantastic.
Mater's Workshop says, hello, L. Neil F says, videos, the best it's been in a while, knock on wood. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Knock on my fanoggin. Halen Wolf says, just got here. What is going on? Hey. Didiz says, at the Den of Tools, I missed it. Are you in the RV? We are not in the RV. That would be amazing.
We're at a friend's condo.
Yeah. Mike Adams says,
I should say a family member's condo.
I'm going to sneeze.
I'm going to say bless you.
Super loud. So sorry.
That was violent.
Yes, it was. I experienced it. Mike Adams says, hello. Eleanor Steel Sky says Eleanor says hi back. Steel Sky says, at the Den of Tools, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It was made during the Christmas season in the timeline. Anyways, going to be good. Love, Hans Gruber. Yep. Casey says, pretty good picture from your phone. Thank you. The Infernal Craftsman, Evening Bears, the Flying Half left a little minute ago, but she says hi. Maybe she just left to go to the other room, or is she flying? Either way, please tell the missus that I send my hellos and happy holidays. I'm already
fleas.
there. We're going to have to...
I'll get dipped later.
Yep. Eddie says, why did Harbor Freight stop giving out coupons?
Because the printing costs, what I have to imagine is the they were just chasing their own tail with coupons. So they took the coupons away and they let everything settle, and then they started issuing digital coupons on a monthly basis. So now there's not like a set of coupons over here and a set of coupons over here, and they're paying to print. Now they got it all simplified. There's still coupons. They're just digital
It's
now.
just a different process.
Yeah.
Hiram Bifton, hello.
Hiram.
With the $6.13 super chat.
Woohoo! You should like do a little dance or something with your little hat. There you go.
Yeah. Couldn't agree with you more, Red Bear. If you're going to eat something that's bad for you, it should at least taste good. P.S. Cubs look so much like you guys.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Sin, thank you so much
Wow.
for the $10 super chat. Thanks for all the Black Friday sales coverage. Live Free
Die
or
Hard.
Die is the best Die Hard movie.
I think we went to that movie on a date.
I think we did. Okay. So thank you again.
Yeah.
To Sin and Hiram Bifton. I super appreciate super chats, or we super appreciate the super chats. And I'm going back. Frank said that he couldn't stay. So
Sorry,
have a
Frank.
great week. I hope that you are resting and feeling good. Joe says Elf. I love Elf.
Elf is a great movie. Who wants hugs? Come here.
Joe
Go
Schmo.
tell your brothers they have to come out and say hi.
It's a Bruce Willis movie.
What is?
I don't know.
Joe Schmo?
Yes.
Oh.
Steel Sky says, Mama Bear, English is overrated. I agree.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's the only language that I speak super fluently. And
Oh,
apparently
that's super
not
fluently,
even
isn't it?
English or what?
English.
Yeah.
Casey Jones says, Christmas Vacation is best. Halen
Yes.
Wolf says, at the Den of Tools, Violent Night will be the best Christmas movie. Comes out soon.
Come around, say hi.
Hi.
Griffin with his new glasses. Come closer,
Yep.
Griff. Hi.
Hello.
How you doing, little bear?
He can see you guys now, too.
Yeah. And we're not going to lose
You
or
look
break
great.
these, right?
I have not prepared just in case.
Jeff tweeted, watch Some of All Fears. That's a good one. I like it. Tell your brother he's up next.
Got it.
Infernal Craftsman says, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is the only accurate Christmas movie ever made. I feel like we should be writing these down.
Who's the wife in those movies? I used to have such a thing for her when I was younger.
I'm going to pretend
And
you
then
didn't
then,
say
and
that.
then I married the real life version of her.
Yep, nice
That was a
recovery.
close one.
If you don't see him next week, I don't know what happened.
Dunk.
Pine Cone Counter at the Den of Tools. Lethal Weapon, best Christmas movie ever. Anthony Tony says, thank you. I hate Die Hard too. Overrated. I'm so sorry, Anthony. I'm sending you a hug because that's wrong.
The whiskers are killing me.
Yeah. Sin. Oh, Sin is jelly about the hat.
Oh,
So,
Hello.
come here.
Hello,
Come on.
people.
Come on.
What's up?
There he is.
Hi.
Hi, Big Bear.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
Go lay down, dog.
She's like,
I love
what
you.
about me? What about me?
She was already in it.
Oh.
Go lay down.
Oh.
Go lay down.
Sorry, I think I just punched you. Sin, I totally understand. This is obviously not
Take her with you.
my hat.
Go.
But I do
Go on.
love it. I feel like there needs to be an outfit that can go with this. And this red
Go
really
on.
is kind of Christmassy, so maybe something could happen. Jeff Teeter says, Fat Man and the Little Boy, question mark.
No, we're not doing Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
I thought I was talking about this Christmas movie. Joe Schmo says, best holiday movie of all time is Santa versus the Snowman. We're gonna take that under advisement.
I think the dog just disgruntled. She just sighed at me.
I think it's because
Yeah.
num-nums haven't happened yet.
Beverly
Casey-
D'Angelo.
Okay. Fred says, at the Den of Tools, did you get one of the new DeWalt shop vacs yet?
No, I did not. I should have grabbed one when I was at Lowe's the other day.
Just a reminder to folks, I am obviously reading slightly slow. We're a little behind tonight. But if you ask a question and you want to make sure that we see it, do at the Den of Tools so that we see it.
Hold on. Sin says, I especially adore the random threats of violence from Jess. They really enhance the show. Jeff hardly cringes anymore. I'm thinking about coming out with a line of shirts that say, violence is my love language for her. What do you think?
Yep. So anyways, what I was saying is if I don't get to your question, it's not that I'm ignoring you, but if you don't write at the Den of Tools, I might not see it.
Put the cookie down. Sorry. It's another Christmas movie.
Okay. Guy says Die Hard in Russia is terrible. Now I feel like I need to go watch that.
In Russia.
Homeland 665 says at the Den of Tools, Ernest Saves Christmas is probably my favorite. Okay, I was obsessed with Ernest for like about 5 years when I was growing up. I was a kid. I loved those movies. I do not think I could get through one now, but yeah. Neil says, oh, he's talking to Eddie. Jeff says, I have nothing bad to say about Hercules. Okay. Daida says, at the Den of Tools, Christmas Story is the only Christmas movie you need. You'll shoot your eye out.
I love Christmas Story.
I don't like Christmas Story.
You what?
I don't like Christmas Story.
She doesn't like Christmas. She doesn't like anything.
And we're moving on.
She's queen of I don't likes.
I'm not a super fan.
She hates it.
Paper Alarm. Quick question. What toolbox would you pick up for a starter? Okay, so Paper Alarm, my first question is, what are you going to do with it? Is it for your home?
A starter what?
It's for a starter.
Yeah, like are you starting in the trades or are you starting
like as a homeowner?
At home? Honestly, as a homeowner, if you're on like a super tight budget or something like that, looking for one of those like double stack boxes that has like what I like to call the demi hutch, where the top is kind of like angled like this and it opens up and there's like the power strip on the side. Those are great for home, home gamers kind of stuff. You're not going to have the huge single tray that's got all the sockets and everything in it. That's not going to be a thing for you, but they're great boxes, and you can pick them up around the holiday seasons for like $500. And maybe a little bit after Christmas. Between Christmas and February, they usually have blowout sales on whatever's left over in stock. Because they're so big, they're not going to ship them back to some storage unit or something. That said, if I was buying for a serious home shop or for becoming a pro, the U.S. General boxes are hard to beat. For the money, they're incredibly hard to beat. Now, if you want to become, I'm going to become a serious pro, it's been a while since I've looked at the market. I mean, I would never go on the tool trucks. I'm a staunch advocate of staying off the tool truck unless they just have something you can't get somewhere else, which there's some Snap-on tools that are very specific and kind of stuff. But, in that case, Icon makes a great box. Who else has a good budget box? The Strictly toolboxes, they're okay, but I still think the Harbor Freight's winning the game in toolboxes. Just only in the budget, the super budget, the Yukon boxes just don't have enough options out there. So either Husky or Cobalt. I would lean towards the Cobalt one in that case. Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. West Mountain Motorsports. Did you see the Milwaukee brushless $99 kit at most stores?
Yeah, it's the brushless. It's not the fuel and it's not the brushed. And I've been coming up with this theory of, I'm sorry, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but if you're going to be buying Milwaukee, if you're going to be buying DeWalt, if you're going to be buying Makita or Bosch, unless you are buying it, and I'm not talking about corded tools, in the cordless, if you're buying at that category, you should be buying for the top tier. If you're buying in Milwaukee, you should be buying the fuel or the M12 fuel, because anything under that, you can buy as good or better a tool for a less expensive line. Because unless you're a pro, you shouldn't be buying in that line. You can. No one's going to stop you. If you want to be a homeowner and spend that kind of money, I'm not going to tell you can't. But cost-effective wise, you're not going to get your full value out of it. It's like you can buy a Ferrari to drive 3 miles to work every day. You can do it, but you're never going to get the full enjoyment out of that vehicle, and you're really going to use it for something it's not designed for. But that said, it's not a bad tool. There's nothing wrong with it other than for people who are getting into those lines. Now you're stuck in that DeWalt battery line, and the DeWalt battery line's not inexpensive. The chargers are not inexpensive. All the second and third level tools are not going to be that inexpensive because they're not going to go on sale as much like you would with a Cobalt or Bauer or a Skill or, a Metabo HPT. So.
John said he had to go, family duties. Totally
Bye,
understand.
John.
Have a great night. Neil F with the $10 super chat. Number one channel, as always. My Snap-on dealer said he will buy back Malco Eagle Grip if they can't replace to warranty. He's got 150 plus 7-inch he's trying to sell.
Yeah, but I mean, Malco said the same thing. So that's not him going out on a limb or anything. Malco said that if they can't warranty it, they'll buy it back. And Malco's a big company. For those of you who don't know, they're a decent-sized hand tool company. Just hand tools like that are not their forte. That's the first time dipping their toes in the water, and they got burned.
Joe Schmo said, bless you. Thank you so much. Brad said, rip speakers. Sorry. Guy said, timeshare condo. No.
Did you get Sin's $10?
I did. These are, that's how behind we are.
Okay.
He's questioning me.
I
Do you
am.
guys see this? Do you see what I have to deal with?
I have to keep her on her toes.
Yep. Guy says, no fans of the Alien movies? No, I super love Aliens.
I like
the
Aliens.
second one.
I like
love them
Aliens,
all,
but she can
the second one.
She can sit there and do the Aliens 2 verbatim.
Yep. Juan says, thank you for the videos. You have saved me so much money by letting me know the deals. You are so welcome. I know that I didn't do it personally, but you're welcome.
And speaking of good movies to watch, last night we sat down and made the kids watch, what was it? Blazing Saddles.
Not kid friendly. Do not watch with your children.
Yeah.
Greg says, I got my Harbor Freight free flashlight today. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Eddie, I don't know what he was saying okay about. Joshua says, where the heck is my Milwaukee track saw? Where did you?
It's supposed to be coming out. Isn't it out yet?
I don't know. Mike Adams says, at the Den of Tools, since everything else seems to be going cordless, when are the cordless vertical band saws coming out, and who do you think will make them?
Vertical? I don't think we're going to see cordless vertical other than band saws that go in those stands. There's a video I did a video on how to build your own stand for one of those portable band saws. It's great.
I'm not sure I'm going to say this right.
Give me a drink.
Bald
No, thank you.
remnant?
Bald
Okay.
remnant?
But it's not, it's R-U-M. Anyways, I'm probably totally mispronouncing your name. Sorry.
Charlie Brown
Says
Christmas.
Gremlins doesn't get enough appreciation as
Yes, we
I
love
love
That is so true.
Gremlins.
I
Mogwai.
love Gremlins. Try that.
What is this?
It's a concoction she made.
They're experiment cookies. I actually
Um,
made 2 sticks of butter instead of half.
Buttery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, we're learning about how important it is or how things change when we don't read the recipes completely. Yesterday,
read the recipe.
we had an experiment cake, which actually turned out amazing. I smelled it. I did not eat it. But everyone said both of the cakes came out fantastic. But the first one, we sort of went rogue on our directions. But it still came out delicious. Eddie says, I'm back. I just had to log in on my computer because my phone is being weird. I am so sorry. Thank you for being back.
Young Frankenstein. Love that movie.
Sin says, love Gremlins too. I love that movie. John says, hi, little bear. Jeff says, I just watched Some of All Fears. That's a good one.
Yep.
Battle Circuit says, Den of Tools, would you ever start a podcast?
We did for a while, but we ended up talking more about like investing and stuff like that.
And I know some super miss it. Guy says, no more Bruce Willis movies. He has a medical condition and can no longer work. I know, super sad. But you know what? We can appreciate the movies that he made, and we can keep him in our thoughts and prayers. Sin says, ooh, the glasses look great. Oh, look.
Oh,
and
he's
then
back.
you came back. Joe Schmoo says, Bruce Willis and Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It's a Bruce Willis movie. Joe, we can agree to disagree. It's all right, honey.
It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Brad's Workbench says, whoa, whoa, whoa. A Christmas Story will always be the best Christmas movie. It was soap poisoning? Yeah.
Over your mouth.
Guy says she dated Al Pacino.
Really?
I think the chick that you liked is what he's talking about. Beverly D'Angelo.
Clearly she had terrible taste. Anyway. Michael J. Fox passed?
What?
I don't believe that. Wait, go. Keep on it.
Okay,
Elle,
okay.
Yeah?
Look
Google
up.
that.
Google Michael J.
Dead.
Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
How would I have missed that?
Okay. Says at the Den of Tools. Hey, howdy, bear fams. Howdy. It's been a long time away. Sorry, been a busy bear. I got a Herc recip, the brushless one. So nice in these bear paws. Awesome.
It's a good tool.
Halen Wolf says at the Den of Tools. However, I'm excited to see the new Santa Claus series and also the new Christmas Story Christmas. Yes, I'm waiting for that to come out too.
Christmas Chronicles. That's a great series.
Oh, yeah, so good.
Chris says, I'm loving the channel, Bear. I am still new, only about a month or so. I've learned more in the past month about tools than I've ever known. I just wanted to say hello and thank you. Keep it up. Awesome.
Thank you.
Welcome, Chris. I hope you keep coming back.
Yeah.
Eddie says, what is the best impact gun to buy right now at Harbor Freight to take off car tires?
Well, to take, I mean, there's not one of them that won't do it. If you're looking for a budget one just to take off car tires, I would get the Bauer corded. If you want the top high impact one, the Ultra Impact from Hercules will take off car tires and cars and trucks and probably trains, and it'll do about everything.
Die Hard 3 has some deleted scenes where he unalives the bad guy with something special.
Oh.
So maybe we'll have to go find that. C. Adams says, at the Den of Tools, Beverly D'Angelo was the wife in the... Yes.
Yes.
I
can still think of that dress and the Christmas party dress she wore.
So, someone really liked that movie. It wasn't me.
I was young and impressionable.
I remember the dress you're talking about. That was hideous. Anyways. Carson's Tool Channel. I married you, so, I knew that you were broken when I...
Oh, Bing Crosby. Silver Bell.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, White Christmas is one of my favorites. Is that Bing Crosby?
Why is he asking me?
I think it's Bing.
If you ask me, the price point of, when to
Bing.
buy, cheese at the store, I can tell you that. Who sang a song? Not me. Carson's Tool Channel says, at the Den of Tools, just uploaded the DeWalt Fire on YouTube. Awesome. If you can send us a link to one of our email addresses, that would be awesome.
We should do a live stream around Christmas with us all singing Christmas carols. So, or not Silver Bells, was it? I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Yeah, maybe there's a reason why we don't sing. Thank you for uploading that. Okay, now my voice is going to go. Awesome. Sin says, I especially adore the one that you read. Yes, I don't threaten him. I mean, whatever. It's love. It's all in love.
It's all love.
Guy says, Beverly dated Al Pacino for years. Why are people selling the Icon 1/4 inch set for twice the price? I don't know where that's happening, but perhaps it's because
I haven't seen that.
It's not available.
Although I do see people taking Icon and other Harbor Freight tools and selling them online, hoping that people don't realize how much they really cost and trying to see if they can catch a sucker.
Bear says, at the Den of Tools, my favorite Christmas movie is Jingle All the Way. Put the cookie down now.
That's what I said. Put the cookie down. Come on. Move along.
Okay.
You're getting behind here. We're way behind. Griffin's back there doing it.
How about the Grinch Who Stole Christmas?
Oh, that's always one of my childhood favorites.
Sin says, LOL. Okay. Guy says, where is the love for Entourage? Beverly was in the last few seasons. I did not watch that, I don't think.
Entourage, the TV show? Mm-hmm. I watched it.
Well, apparently the last few episodes?
Seasons. I don't think I watched the end of it. I think I watched the first few seasons. I never watched much miniseries all the way through.
Right.
It's a Wonderful Life. Every time bell rings.
No.
The angel gets his wings.
That's a different one.
No, it's a wonderful life. Don't even try me, woman.
Oh, okay. Steel Sky says, at the Den of Tools, I need one of those shirts. Mater's Workshop will agree.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Brian says, does DeWalt have a battery-powered miter saw and table saw?
Yeah. Table saw, no. Yes, they have a miter saw. They do. I don't remember a table saw. I could be wrong. No, I thought they had one with the flex volt. I could be wrong. Anyway, go on.
Brandon says, at the Den of Tools, at Lowe's, I picked up the Craftsman version of the T-Stack, 3-box system for $75. I am not sure if they're that, basically if that price is everywhere or just locally, but it was a steal of a deal.
It was $100 for the three boxes.
Griffin?
Guys.
Eddie, sorry. Jason says, at the Den of Tools, hey Bear, what do you think of the new M12 Orbital Detail Sander? I just picked it up today and put it to use. A little pricey, but wow, I love it already.
I haven't had a chance to use it, but I've yet to find an M12 tool that I didn't like.
David said, I was going to go Icon because of Snap-on debadgery.
Yeah.
Baggery. But found Tecton from At the Den of Tools. Yep. Bought everything Tecton.
The only reason I would go Tecton, like between the sockets, I find them to be about the same. I would say the Tecton is a little better. The pliers are a little bit better than the Doyle. As far as the ratchets, honestly, I used to be really big in the Tecton ratchets, but after using them for a long time, I've went back to the low profile ones from the Icon line. I've got a new set of the cushion grip low profile from Tecton coming to my house, and as soon as I get some time to try those, I'll let you know. But the only benefit I see over the Icon over the Tecton is the availability to go in the store and pick it up, or to get returns at the store. So if there's not a store near you, the Tecton's the obvious choice. If there is a Harbor Freight near you, you might want to consider the Harbor Freight. But really, it's kind of a back and forth between the two. There's nothing from Tecton I've gotten that I'm not thrilled with.
I am super sorry that I'm not looking at the camera this evening. It just has to do with how I have to read. Sorry. Mater says, at the Den of Tools, I did a 3.5-hour live stream talking about the Series 3 U.S. General boxes after I saw your video. Dale Lucid was up and helping to show it off. Awesome.
I got your email about that. I was at the show all week, and I was an absolute wreck after every day at the show. And it was just like, it was get up, go to sleep, get up, go to the show, go to dinner, go to sleep, get up, go to the show, go to dinner, go to sleep. And the whole week was like that.
We're still a little wonky.
Yeah.
The Infernal Craftsman says, at the Den of Tools, Bad Santa was hilarious.
Bad Santa's pretty funny. Not gonna lie about that.
Scott says, howdy from Iowa. Where's all the good Black Friday deals? Seems like no good deals really yet.
Well, the thing is that they're stringing Black Friday into like a Black Friday season. So they're doing less of these like incredible deals, got to get you in on Friday, to a bunch of decent good deals. There's some hot deals in there. There were a couple combo kits that were really good. There were some sockets that were good. I'm going to do a recap here. I want to wait as more deals come out. We're probably going to do it the week before Thanksgiving. So I'm guessing, is that next week? We're going to do a recap of the best hottest deals from everywhere.
Griffin, you need to go somewhere else.
Yes, sir.
That's ma'am.
Rick says, at the Den of Tools, good evening, Bear family. Depot or Lowe's? Who has better deals?
That's hard to say. I got to tell you, I would say Home Depot has better deals when it comes to combo kits for tools. I found some really great deals on small items at Lowe's. A lot of small things I want to pick up at Lowe's. And if I was going to buy a DeWalt combo kit or Ryobi combo kit or Milwaukee combo kit, I would go over to Home Depot. I was disappointed. I didn't see much in the way of skill tools being on sale, other than that Circ saw for $50. I saw there were a few deals in Bosch, a few deals in Metabo. Flex, there were not a ton of deals. Cobalt, honestly, I mean, they had some decent sales, but nothing to write home about.
Chris says, at the Den of Tools, guys, I'm loving the channel. Oh, I think I just read that, or maybe you said it twice.
Oops, sorry.
Or maybe my thing jumped.
Or catch up.
Didis.
Come on.
Says, remember to type at the Den of Tools because I might stab you if you don't stop. Do at the Den of Tools in your comment if you want the bears to read it. Thank you so much. Mr. Joe says, I work for Snap-on. They are no better than the rest of quality tool producers, I think is what they meant. Wahawk's saying, hello, fellow Iowan.
Howdy.
He's in Columbus Junction. Joan has to run away for family stuff. Chris says, at the Den of Tools. You said that again. David says, I love my Snap-on stuff. I just have no truck relationship after moving across the U.S. Maybe that's good. Eddie Beck says, at the Den of Tools, what's the best impact gun? You did that question multiple times. At Wahawk. Oh, never mind. Eric says, Once Around is a good movie if you like Hallmark tearjerkers. All right.
Anchor's making a screen printer? Hold on, I just saw this. Anchor, somebody is launching have you seen this? The printer? Oh, seen the printer. I thought you said screen printers. No, I haven't seen it. I'll have to take a look at it.
Debert says, check pawn shops for tools and toolboxes. We've had this conversation.
Yeah.
Your mileage may vary. Most of the places we've gone to, not so great, but maybe you're in a part of the country where it's amazing. Jeff says, I'm thinking of doing some YouTube videos to demo my laser engraver. What mic do you use?
I can tell you the best budget mic, I think, is the Razer Siren. Is a decent USB mic. If you have it on camera, it looks good. It's my travel microphone. At home, we have a whole setup where I use XLR mics. I use the pod mic, and I have it through the Red Scarlet and the whole audio control things. But like, we're not using it right now, but all the videos I've been doing while we're down here and anytime we travel are the Razer Siren, and it just works.
Bear says, at the Den of Tools, quick question. Do you have any tips on cleaning power tool clamshells, like the housing for a drill driver or battery pack?
Sure, just a second. Elle?
Yeah.
Go blow your nose.
Okay.
She's back there sniffling, and she won't stop. And she needs. Any of you parents, you know what I'm going through here, right? You feel my pain. All right, how to clean the clamshells? I would, if you know how to take them apart, it's not a big deal to take them apart. Get some isopropyl alcohol to them, and I'm guessing you're wanting to take the inside and the outside. I wonder if you could put them in an ultrasonic cleaner. If you take them apart, if you could fit them in one, if you had a big enough one. Probably. Anyway, honestly, just basic Dawn is also a great degreaser. It gets in there, gets stuff done. Use a toothbrush.
Moss 8541, unless it's MOS 8541.
Use an ultrasonic toothbrush.
Says, why don't you put her in charge? Me?
Who do you think's in charge? It ain't me.
It's me.
Buddy.
Little girl.
Buddy 2BTV says, at the Den of Tools, what line do you recommend for the weekend warrior DIYer who wants tools to last? What are you going to be doing projects
Well,
on?
he kind of said what he's doing there. So your long last DIY level prosumer kind of tools, and I'm looking at Cobalt. I'm looking at Bauer on the low end. Middle line I would say would be Cobalt. Maybe the Craftsman V20 tools. Maybe. I mean, they're good tools. Just the batteries aren't quite there, and the batteries and the accessories are expensive. Cobalt, definitely a great one. Skill is decent. I wish there was more in the Skill line, though. And Metabo HPT. Those are probably I would say Bauer, Cobalt, Metabo HPT.
Bear says, what do you mean Blazing Saddles and Airplane are both great movies for kids?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Jimmy, have you ever seen a grown man naked?
Eddie Beck, we're moving on, says, at the Den of Tools, do you know that you can play the game Aliens on Xbox?
No. I don't have an Xbox anymore.
Shaka.
Hello.
Says Blazing Saddles, a great movie made back before this country lost its damn mind.
And that's why we love you, Shaka.
Old guy says, at the Den of Tools, Die Hard #1 and Charlie Brown Christmas #2. Aww. Looking for at the Den of Tools. Buddy, Tubi TV. Okay, apparently I'm trying to cancel something. Don't mind me. At the Den of Tools. Also, what a great looking family. Christmas Vacation is our favorite for the holidays.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Lord Farquaad says, Jeff, I want to go spend some money at Lowe's. Well, I can write you a note.
I got a whole video that'll help you with that. I forgot to pick up those screwdrivers. If you're there, grab that pack of those screwdrivers for me.
MOS 8541. Hey, Hans. Yeah. Michael is not passed away. Guy says Bruce Willis lost partial hearing shooting the gun under the table. Yes, he did. Yep. Greg says, at the Den of Tools, I'm old school and like the old Bing Crosby Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Yep, me too. Mike Adams says, at the Den of Tools, looking back, I wonder how much Daisy's sale of Red Ryder BB guns increased due to A Christmas Story.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of want
it
to
brought
know,
him back.
Like, this just, and we know someone whose grandson, I believe, got one today.
Aww.
Yep. You know who you are.
We have a couple of them, so.
Bear says, at the Den of Tools, singers Bob Wallace, Bing Crosby, and Phil Davis, Danny Kaye, joined Sister Act Betty, Rosemary Clooney, and Judy Haynes, Vera Ellen to perform Christmas show in rural Vermont.
Yes.
Yep. That is like,
I love that movie.
Is that the one that has sisters? Sisters.
Yes.
Sisters.
My grandparents were a good bit older when they adopted my mother. And as such, I grew up around the holidays with my grandmother, my grandfather, watching the older classics. So, yeah, I have some slightly older tastes than I look.
Holiday Inn, White Christmas,
Yes.
and Bells of St. Mary's. Yep. Hey, Tommy Unfiltered. Good
Tommy,
evening.
how's
Thank
it
you for joining
going?
us. You have been putting out a lot of content lately. If you haven't had a chance, go check them out. Bankrupt Bros says, would you ever do a toolbox setup reaction video?
Yeah, sure.
I'm having a reaction right now.
Never thought about it, never even considered it, but you mean like somebody send me their toolbox setup and I react to whether it's good, bad, or just plain lunatic?
Yep.
Kind of inducing?
Interesting.
Lunacy inducing?
Guy says, Lowe's looks like a sad Christmas this year. Prices not good so far. I think it kind of, you also have to go and look around.
I thought they had a pretty good selection, to be honest.
I think that they were saying the paper that they got in the mail.
Oh.
I could be totally wrong. I could have misunderstood what they were saying.
I didn't see that one, man. I'm talking about the in-store.
Tom A says, at the Den of Tools, got the Yes Welder. I sent link to you last Sunday. Haven't opened yet as a big move about 4 weeks out. Totally surprised it was Deals of the Week highlight. Halen Wolf says, at the Den of Tools, the absolute Christmas movie I have to watch for it to be Christmas is It's a Wonderful Life and Santa Claus is Coming to Town, the claymation. Oh
The
my gosh.
claymation.
There was somebody talking to their kid about that today when I was out.
Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Right down Santa Claus way. Do.
Obviously, we're releasing a Christmas album.
We should totally do that.
Yep. Raven, turn circular saw upside down equals instant table saw. Do not follow their directions.
Follow me for more life hacks.
Follow me for more ways to lose digits.
To get to the ER.
Yep.
How to get to the ER in 3 easy steps.
Has anyone picked up the gold-plated ratchet at Harbor Freight?
Oh yeah, I've given away as gifts. Harbor Freight sent me one. They've sent me a couple.
I think that I spied with my little eye that it was at SEMA.
It was at SEMA. It was in the middle of all the
It was in the middle because I was like sitting there and I was, are you
Griff.
okay?
Griff.
He's in the bedroom.
I'm calling him.
So yes, I did spy with my little eye that they had it there.
Come on, don't shut the door. Come here. Come here.
So, Futon02, at the Den of Tools, what wireless paper puncher would you prefer? Walther PDP or FN57?
Oh, I'm an FN fanboy. I love FN. Now, of course, back in the day, I was a single action, double action guy. But when I started doing CCW, I switched to striker fired. It's the difference of driving an automatic versus driving a stick. Driving a stick feels awesome, but driving an automatic for everyday use is what you should really do.
Chris says, at the Den of Tools, using the Hercules cordless drill, impact driver, recip saw, and circular saw for major remodel. Working great.
Follow up with me. Brad at Den of Tools. I'd love to hear your feedback as you go through your remodel. Any pics and stuff you could send, I'd love to see it.
And that was Chris. Barbecue 76, at the Den of Tools. Did you watch my latest 2 videos? Don't lie. I bet you didn't. But if you did, you would be jealous and hungry and stop recommending crappy grills.
I have not been watching much YouTube. We've just been so busy with everything down here.
Yeah. Holy cheese and crackers. VCG Construction. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to the Bear family.
Oh,
$49.99 super chat.
Thank you.
Wowza.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, and somebody asked if we had we'd seen the Icon Gold Ratchet. My son, he just brought this out of his room because he stole it.
I didn't steal it.
You did too.
I'm still surprised by the super chat.
So am I.
Colin
Happy
Trout.
VCG gave us a $50 super chat.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Colin Trout says, at the Den of Tools, do you think the Die Hard will be around long enough to invest in cordless line? You mean the tools, not the movie.
Die Hard, which is now being sold at it's not Western Auto. Is it Western Auto? It's the 4th one. It's the one we have in town back home.
Oh, CarQuest?
Yeah, CarQuest and / I think it's Western. Anyway, I don't. They're level 2 OEM. Basically, they're just being bought off the shelf. They might be doing some little tweaks to them, but it looks like they're just basically generic white box tools. Like they're a tool that a company already makes. They're just putting it in a different color plastic with different labels. They're not bad, but I wouldn't even they're homeowner grade is what they are.
Wahak says, at the Den of Tools, since I brought up Lethal Weapon, I'll let you guess the quote I uttered replacing the brakes line this week. It involved my age. LOL.
I'm too old to be doing this?
I'm
getting too old for this.
Yes. The Infernal Craftsman, at the Den of Tools. Also, don't forget on deals is that returns are through January, so you have time to case a better deal come around after you bought. Okay, I think what they're saying is what I have been reminding all of my friends and family, which is this is the time of year where people will price match even their own stuff when it changes in price. So like if you buy something from Target and then 2 weeks later it goes down by $10, you can usually go to most of them and have them do a price adjustment and you can get that $10 back. So super smart. Thank you for the reminder. And if that's not what you were saying, sorry that I hijacked your comment. Sin says, at the Den of Tools, we need a drinking game. Every time Jesse threatens Jeff with random violence, we drink.
Drink!
I think that's called unconsciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love you. That love you is kind of like, bless your heart. Bless the, yep. He's blinking. He's trying to signal you that send help. It's okay. You've got all the help here. I'm helping you already. Halen Wolf says, at the Den of Tools, got a question for you. Have you reviewed or tested any types of chippers? I need one for next year's fall cleanup as my company has grown like crazy. Now 100 properties. Okay.
Speaking of my wife being violent.
We're going to get a chipper and try it out.
I have not. I've used gas chippers, but none of like any of the new electric ones or any of the ones this was some time ago. And I've rented them from like I don't remember what they were, but it's been a long time since we've actually used any of the chippers kind of stuff. But I have had a lot of viewers send me feedback, and basically like the Predator, not the Predator, what's the green one from Harbor Freight, the cheap one, is a big no. The Predator one is decent for light work kind of stuff. I would say this: if you're doing heavy duty work, unless like you own a ranch or something like that, just rent one from your local, equipment rental
Pick it
supplier.
up, use it, drop it off.
Because they're expensive. There's a lot of maintenance that goes into them, and if you're only going to use it every so often, you're going to be better off doing that.
I got lost. What do you recommend for the Husky 6072? What do you recommend? Husky 70. Hi. I'm new to English. What do you recommend? Husky 6072 or US General Toolbox?
I think the US General is the best bang for the buck if you're looking for a tank of a tool. That Harbor Freight has what do you call it? Parts and stuff you can get online, or you can't get them online. You have to call and order them. But like rails, like $15. They have all the parts and stuff for them. And to be honest, like I was having this discussion with somebody the other day. He's like, "You can't get the rails for the U.S. General." I'm like, "Yeah, you can. They're right there. They show you right online what the part number is. They show you the price. It's $15 or $16." But here's the reality with all these toolboxes: rails are not. They're not something that's hard to get. You can go on Amazon and buy rail systems. If you want to upgrade the rails in your box, you can buy rails that will fit almost any box on Amazon. You can get heavier duty rails and stuff. The Husky boxes, if I'm looking for a bargain box and I'm looking for like the 9-drawer box from Husky, that's a great Husky box. Husky also makes some cool stuff like where the top raises, or it's got the fold out extension that's huge. Those are great boxes. But if you're going for the higher end prosumer grade boxes, I would go back over to Harbor Freight. Like, at the low end, instead of Yukon, go Husky. Medium end, I would go Harbor Freight. I just took a look at the higher end Husky stuff that's going to compete with like the Icon and stuff. It's not bad, but it doesn't feel the same quality as a tool truck or tool truck alternative. It feels like it's somewhere in between the prosumer, what we're calling like a value pro kind of box.
At the Den of Tools, where does Flex fall in the user category?
Professional only, or if you got more money than sense. No, I mean, the truth is, Flex makes fantastic tools. Everyone gave them a lot of grief when they came out, and they kind of deserved it because of the cheesy infomercial kind of thing that they did, and I said as much. It's a cheesy infomercial. They should have not done it. But the tools themselves are fantastic. And unfortunately, it gave a lot of the people who were going to be hating for any reason, it gave them a lot of rope to work with in that case. But I need that battery pack you have there, sweetie.
No, it's not a pack.
What is it?
It's to plug into the wall. Do you want me to go get the battery pack?
No. Doug!
Okay. Punches resales. At the Den of Tools, Cobalt now requires receipt for tool replacement. Don't pay with cash. I have waited 4 months now that the ratchet.
Hold on. I need that battery pack, please. The box.
I have waited 4 months now. The ratchet I broke hasn't come back in stock, and they refuse to refund. I have no receipt. So
that's insane.
That is a bummer. I would also say, just for anyone
Thank
ever.
You, Bear.
Where do you want to show?
Just right there, and can you turn it on for me?
Try to find a receipt program so that you can like snap a picture and always have it. I know that's not convenient.
That's what we try to do.
Yeah.
But,
and of course, that one that you forget is the one I end up needing.
But the other thing I'm going to say is I've not heard that when it comes to you're talking about for hand tools, right? I've not heard that policy. No one else has reported that. That might just be that store only. Maybe call a different store.
DC or DC?
DC, it's for this.
The Den of Tools. My mother bought shoes from George Clooney many years ago.
Interesting. Wait, okay.
No, let me just flip it up like this.
Okay.
Sorry about your wallet.
That's all right.
Okay. And I'm going to get in trouble because...
Oops. Hold on.
I I can't tell.
I think so.
Because
What's it say on the front? Go on.
excuse me, they're having their own side. Okay.
How's
No.
that?
I can't tell.
I don't know how to say your name, and I feel like we've had this conversation. Is it? It's Siobahn.
Oh, Siobhan. Anyway,
Siobhan.
moving along.
I got a Metabo HPT compound miter saw for $76. I love it. So
Wow.
far. Bert, I already read that.
Thank you, Bear. I appreciate it.
Is this charging?
It doesn't show on the screen because we have the live stream going.
Down on the right.
Oh, hold on.
One moment, please. Jaw says, "Is your wife a red hatter? She does not look old enough. My mother was a queen,"
I have no idea.
and that just moved.
Yeah, you should be able to do that.
Of her chapter for over a decade.
Go ahead and click. Yeah.
Sorry about that. If it hiccuped on y'all. Had to plug the phone in, make sure it was charging, all that. Top of the hour, which means it's time to do all the shout outs and stuff. First of all, we want to say a huge thank you to all of you for bearing with us with the issues we've had with the live streams over the past few weeks, because we've been on the road and the satellite system we bought has been terrible.
Yep.
Uh,
Really wish
it's-
we could say something else.
It's been okay for downloading stuff, but uploading anything has just been a royal pain, much less streaming. Anyway, huge thank you to our moderators. That's anyone you see in the chat with cobalt blue wrench behind their name. They're fantastic folks who help keep the chat on target, keep us answer questions that we can't get to, keep trolls out.
And I have to say, this evening there have been quite a number. So thank you. You guys have been amazing.
So thank you so much. Also, a lot of them are moderators are YouTubers with their own channels and stuff. So pick one of them and go and check out their channel as a way to say thank you for the stuff that they do here. If you are a moderator, put a link to your channel right
I was
now
gonna say, don't
so people
forget
can
to
find you, because sometimes it can be find some of the channels out there. The Halon says my channel's about to come to life. Halon, you gotta get to uploading. You keep saying it's around the corner. Come on, dude, you gotta do it. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much to them. Also, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone tonight with the super chats. Let me see if it actually will show me who did that. Oh, that's not what I was looking for. Anyway, thank you so much to everyone, especially VCG Construction,
Thank
that
you
nice
so much.
$49.99. Thank you so much. Really feeling the holiday spirit going around. Surprised you guys didn't make it out to SEMA. You coming out for, not World of Concrete, what's the other one? Con Expo.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be out here for Con Expo, which is, a lot of people, it's odd, a lot of people don't know about it. It's even bigger than World of Concrete. It's the second or third biggest expo in Vegas. I think the top three are CES, SEMA, and Con Expo. So anyway, we'll be around for all of them. And who else have I not thanked?
Members.
Oh, members! Oh my gosh, how did I forget that? That's everyone with the bear behind their name. They're most of them are long-term members, but we got some new folks as well, and they support the channel every month. And I want to thank you very much for all you do to help be part of this channel. VCG says they're going to be at World of Concrete, but they'll see about Con Expo. Anyway, look us up. Maybe we'll get together for dinner or something.
Absolutely.
We'll take you out for steaks and some bourbon or whatnot. Anyway, we just really appreciate the community that we've managed to acquire over the years we've been doing this here on YouTube. It's a real blessing to be able to spend time with folks like you all, and to have you, as I said in the Sunday video where I was commenting that I was talking to Eleanor in the middle of the video. I'm like, some people go, well, you're not very professional on screen and stuff. And, we do this, as a profession, but it's a family business. And I prefer to think of it as a small business where we treat the viewers like family, like people we know, and like you all, like we get to see most Sundays and stuff, kind of like the Sunday dinner kind of hangout here. So we just want to know, especially coming into the holiday seasons, how much we appreciate you all and how blessed we feel to have you all as part of our lives.
I also just want to piggyback just a little bit and just remind people it is the time of year that's hard for folks.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard. There's many reasons why it's hard. And a number of you have reached out to us in the past, and I hope that you will continue to do so. That we are all here as a community And I think it's great that you guys have made friendships and are able to reach out to each other on a daily basis. But just a reminder, the holidays are hard for everyone. So take a deep breath, take an extra moment, be kind to your neighbor. And, you know, happy holidays from our family to yours. And we are so happy that we're able to share our family with yours.
Yeah, having grace, it's something we need to remember. She could have used some when she was at SEMA. She was about to murder a few people.
I don't know what you're talking about.
People
honey.
kept getting your shot.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard that before. I had a whole new appreciation for photography.
Yeah, I gotta say, I really appreciate my wife because she's been really trying to get in and really help with the channel and be more involved and stuff. I tore a muscle in my left calf this summer when we went on that big vacation up to Canada and stuff, and I thought it was getting better. Now I keep re-injuring it, and it just as soon as I feel like it's getting better, I re-injure it.
Take like 3 months off and do nothing but like physical therapy, then we'll be great. But that'll never happen. So
Well, I've been too stubborn to go to the doctor. I need to get put in one of those. Yeah,
stubborn? Shocking.
I need to get one of those boots. That and one of those like safety cones they put the dogs in, so I stop hurting myself.
What I'm hearing is that you need me to immobilize you. That was my takeaway from that. And everyone's ears are now.
I'm getting you
from
that
your
shirt.
coughing.
Yeah,
Yep.
sorry.
Yep. So anyways, thank you for being with us. We got a little crazy and sideways. Says, hello, my wife and I bought our first home 3 years ago. I have been slowly but surely getting my tool collection together. I asked for the Craftsman V20 6-pack of tools for Christmas. Decent idea? ? Are you asking us if that was a good gift for you to ask for? Or is this one of those she's watching, so you're hoping she's going to be reading? Wink, wink. Yeah. I don't know.
What was the pack again?
I asked for the Craftsman V20 6-pack of tools for Christmas.
They're good tools. They are good tools. My only negative thing about the Craftsman is I wish they had a better choice of batteries, and I wish the batteries and chargers didn't quite cost as much as they cost because they're pretty pricey. But as far as quality of tools, there's some real sleepers in there.
That's the face I make when I have to drink his soda. Gramoot says...
You should see it when she grabs one that's got bourbon in it.
It's like a cartoon. There's like stars and all kinds of stuff. Gramoot, at the Den of Tools. How's the fam? We are doing great. You're still in Miami. So basically what I'm hearing is that you've moved to Miami and you haven't told your wife yet.
I'm so sorry. We should go down and
kidding.
visit him.
Yes, we should.
For my birthday. Because he'll still be there.
Okay, well, we need to go to Texas, too.
We do need to go to Texas.
So...
And Yuma. By the way, oh my gosh, Rick, Kelly, I'm sorry. You said to call you. They called last night, and I'm saying this because they're usually watching. They called me last night. I went to answer, and my phone had like 1% left. And as I turned it on to see who it was, my phone died. And then I meant to call today, but we've been sitting here. We got caught up with things. I really apologize. I will give you a call tomorrow.
I also believe it's a certain grandbaby's birthday today or yesterday. So happy birthday. Carson's Tool Channel at the Den of Tools. I tried to send you the link to your email in the description. It didn't work.
The description, I think it may have gotten, I may have to update it. It's red@denoftools.com.
Joe says the movie Office Space made the red swing liner stapler something we wanted, but they didn't make. Is there a tool in a movie? Is there a tool a movie made you want that
nobody makes?
They don't make.
I don't know if I call it a tool, but the movie Cliffhanger had those spike things that would they'd set it and then hit it and it would shoot the spike like a nail gun into the rock.
I think that's real.
It's not. I looked it up.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, wow.
Jason says, at the Den of Tools, I read Tough Built is going to release a line of hand saws, including a Japanese pole saw.
I've seen that.
I hope
That's a
they
real
send
thing.
you some to test.
That would be cool. It looks honestly bigger than I was expecting. Because most of the ones you see these days, at least in the U.S., are like small flush cut saws. And it is a flush cut saw, but it's almost the size of a standard, pole saw or cross cut saw.
Rab says they've done some limited runs of the red swing line, I believe.
They did.
Okay, I am a super nerd, so if you ever find one in the wild, I would love to know about it. Just saying, Christmas lists and everything. Homily 665 says, at the Den of Tools, my dad has an old 20 gauge that he has had forever that is stamped Western Auto.
Really?
I would love a picture of that. Speaking of things I would love.
I've got a 22 single shot, adult size, not little kid size, that's from Woolworths.
Oh, yeah. 3412 at the Den of Tools, Earthquake XT or Hercules Ultra Torque, and why?
Earthquake, because, not Earthquake, sorry. Hercules, because the Earthquake line, the cordless line, is getting phased out. In fact, I'm surprised you can still buy it. Do not buy the Earthquake line. No, okay, I won't say that. If it goes on discount and it's super cheap, then go ahead and buy the Earthquake line. Here's why. Because they're really made by the same company that makes the AC Delco stuff, which is then owned by, I'm forgetting the name. I saw them I got a whole video coming out on them because I actually talked to the guy who runs it. It's a family company,
Yeah,
Durafix.
Oh.
And they got a lot of cool tools, man.
Really cool.
Really nice people, too.
Yeah. A number of people are saying Advance Auto is where they think Die Hard is.
Okay, that's it. Advance Auto.
The Infernal Craftsman says, at the Den of Tools, half of the people watching have never heard of Western Auto, let alone been in one. I do miss them, though. Sears bought them and shut them down many years ago.
Okay. See, that's what happens when you get old. All these things mixed together and you sound like Joe Biden suddenly.
We're staying away from politics, ladies and gentlemen.
Could have said it was Fetterman.
Sin
I stand.
says, Jeffrey.
And I support.
Be quiet.
And I stand.
The only two channels I watch anymore is At the Den of Tools and VCG Construction. Thank you, Sin. That was super sweet. Guy Fox, you.
I'm sorry,
You're
there's
hilarious.
not more channels you like, though.
Maybe you can work on one. Sin.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Low prices are not good, and I am talking in store. Oh, Lowe's prices are not good, and I'm talking in store. Okay. Jan says, at the Den of Tools. Oh, is it Advance Auto? Interested party. How about torque wrenches for small engines? I feel like we've had this question before.
Who should you use for small engine torque wrenches? I don't know. I mean, I guess I haven't done enough small engine torque spec kind of work where I could say that there's a specialty for that. I'm assuming you're talking about lower torque kind of torque wrenches. Honestly, for stuff like that, I would personally, what I would do, because I don't do it as a living or something, I would just get one of those digital ones that's set to low torque, because then they usually come with adapter. You can use it for 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch for all your low torque spec kind of stuff. And I like them because they're smaller and they don't take up, rather than having 3 whole torque wrenches, and you never really have to calibrate them, and they're surprisingly accurate.
Mater's Workshop says, at the Den of Tools, Lowe's is running a great deal on getting into the Cobalt line. Buy 2-pack 4 amp hour and charger for $149 and get a tool for free. I bought 4 and saved $536.
Wow.
Holy shiitake mushrooms.
The Cobalt line is a solid line. Everything in that line is 24 volts and brushless. And comes with a 5-year warranty.
VCG says, thank you from our family to all of yours. Wahawk says, at the Den of Tools, Jeff cringes more to I love you than threats of violence.
It's because of how she says it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's a threat of violence in between every word.
Anyways, Jan says, at the Den of Tools, I can see the two of you having a chipper turning into Fargo.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
So that's
I know that's not Fargo. That's a different one.
What is that one?
It's the one that I didn't want to watch,
Ted
and then
and Larry,
literally,
Larry
I have to say, I peed my pants.
Hilarious movie.
Legit watching that, and the children all thought that we had lost our minds.
Yeah.
Tom A. at the Den of Tools. What? You had one to begin with? We'll be traveling through Montana mid-December. Did I hear you say earlier going back for Christmas? Yes.
Yes, we will be there for December and January. We're going back for the Christmas hunt. Christmas with the family and friends. Mm-hmm. May or may not involve some elk. Shoulder season, and hopefully praying for an extended mule deer season, because I missed the mule deer season here.
He said Christmas a lot. Mm-hmm.
Christmas.
Yep. I love you. Not Mater's Workshop. My Workshop says, at the Den of Tools, is there a way to order replacement parts via online? I think, remember you spoke
for Humphrey, not yet. They are working on that. They'd hoped it would be done by the end of this year, but it might be next year. Currently, you have to look up the part number online and then call their 800 number.
I just stepped on my own toe.
You're
Do
a
not
talented
recommend
woman.
0 stars on Yelp. Luciano says, at the Den of Tools, real quick, could you all get my question about the power inverter? I'm looking for a car power inverter for a 3-gallon shop vac. Is the Bauer one. How do I know the wattage?
Amps times volts.
Oh my gosh, we legit had this discussion just the other day.
So if it's running 110 and it draws 10 volts, you'd say 110 times 10, so that's what, 1100 watts. So you would need an inverter that can handle it. That said, a shop vac doesn't need pure sine, so you shouldn't need pure sine. So a modified sine wave should be fine for that. So you won't need a high end one, but something that will do that many volts. And I'm just guessing on the amperage. So you need to look at the tool you want to use, and since it's plug-in, it's gonna be 110. So look at the tool, find out the amps that it's gonna draw, and you should be able to figure out what type of inverter you need.
Sin says, adopt a channel or two. It's fun and free. And Luciano, I did
Remember,
see...
likes don't cost anything,
That's
and
right.
they're gluten-free.
Yeah, and they're fat-free and calorie-free. Luciano says, I would like to send a super chat, but it never works on me. I'm so sorry you are not able to get it to work. But the other thing I want to remind people, we do appreciate super chats, and we always put them to good use to do different projects with the channel, etc. But especially this time of year, do not donate if you cannot, if it's not in your budget. We respect budgets. We're really into budgets. So like you said, like our channel,
comment,
share,
leave a like, subscribe. We
tell
understand.
a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are all really great ways to support the channel as well. And you read VCG's comment about Concrete World, right?
Yep.
Or World of Concrete. Hello, I can't speak English.
Yeah, same diff.
The holidays are hectic. Jim Bob. Robert says, great channel, love the bear.
Thank you.
Sin says, ha ha ha, Jesse, you crack me up. Thank you. I think you're pretty amazing, Sin. Mater's Workshop wants you to know that rum is a good pain reliever.
Rum's okay. I think bourbon works better. But I like a good rum, a dark rum usually.
The Infernal Craftsman says, at the Den of Tools, the rib will be ready when you get to Texas.
Woohoo!
Yum, yum. Steel Sky says, at the Den of Tools, let Mater's Workshop and I know when you're going to be in Texas. We'll get together.
Awesome.
Absolutely. That would be awesome. I super love when I look through these and I can see you guys are talking to each other about your own thing. That's awesome. Timothy Brown says, at the Den of Tools, what is a good Wi-Fi buster for a house to shop? So you mean booster, maybe?
Wi-Fi booster. The Linksys is my three go-tos are Linksys and Netgear are usually back and forth the best ones that I go with for the money. I'm trying to think who is the other one that I always recommend, the less expensive one. Oh, I can't remember it. I just if somebody saw it, I just had the mesh system in one of my videos. They're usually like half the price of Netgear, and they've got some really good stuff. And I can't remember it, and I'm really sorry. I'll try to add it into Monday's deals of the week if I run across it.
Mr. Mega 360 No Scope.
D-Link. There we go. That's it. D-Link or TP-Link. That's it.
Much love for you, Tool Bear. One of the most trusted voices in tools these days. Thanks for turning me on to Tech and Tools. They have filled my box nicely and saved me from the Snap-on truck too.
Awesome. Thank you, by the way.
Esteban, I'm going to murder your last name and I apologize. Ruano says, love you guys. Great power couple. Can't wait till I get to meet my beauty. That'll support me in my dreams. Oh, love your content and everything you guys do. Keep looking. They're out there. David Baker wants to know, Tool Bear Man, how did you become so knowledgeable of all these tools and stuff? Were you an engineer, a designer, a Stanley Black & Decker, a designer at Milwaukee, Makita?
No, I started off in the trades. I was in construction. Then I moved into what we call these days low voltage electrical, but running lines. Sorry, I got to move. Running lines, Cat 5, Cat 6, fiber, making connections. Then I got into building server rooms, then building servers, and then I worked in technology for almost 20 years in Silicon Valley. But the company I worked for, I worked with a lot of engineers. And if you're, I believe the saying, if you're a dumb person, surround yourself with smart people. If you're a smart person, surround yourself with smart people who disagree with you. And then the next thing I'm going to add is learn to shut your mouth and open your ears. And so I got to work with a lot of really bright people who dealt with stuff like this. And some of what we did was consulting on manufacturing processes and stuff like that. And then when I phased out of that and I started working in our own homes and stuff, I started doing YouTube. I got involved and made a lot of contacts and, got to know a lot of the engineers at the different companies and talk to them. And again, open your ears and listen from the guys making the tools. It was like that thing the guy came out with, and I feel bad for him. He came out with this video on, this secret about your secret feature on your drill that no one talks about. And it was like, if you crank it all the way down and then put it back one notch, it locks the bit. I'm like, that is no way possibly true. But, rather than sitting there going, well, here's my speculation, or we take it apart and we look at this, I went, I'm the guy, like, I'll go to the horse's mouth and I'll call people and I'll like, look, I don't want to talk to customer service. I want to talk to the engineer. I want to talk to the dude who made it and hear what his answer to that is.
Yeah, I would like second and third what he just said. Go to the person who made it.
Yeah, in fact, I would say if I do have one superpower, it is in finding knowledge. And I'm the first person to say, you know what? I don't know the answer to that, but I can find out who does. And I'm really good at that. And that's probably how I've gotten as much information as I get. Because I also listen to feedback from all of you. I'm really open and to having people email me or call me. I've asked people around. I've given out my phone number, sat there and talked to people, and gotten to know lots and lots of our viewers and I have a lot of sources that because they know I don't disclose sources. Harbor Freight was even teasing me that at the booth. Alon was poking me about not giving up my sources to anybody. And anyway, it was, it just, having some, ethics in, journalistic ethics and understanding how this business works and just getting out there and finding out the information.
Yep. Just JM. Hey, Red. Saw an old video from you about RV ownership. My special lady is starting to push for us to buy one after a couple of our friends did. Do you still feel the same way about RV ownership?
Well, we live in one about a third of the year, so here's my take on it. I am, how do I say this? Unless you're getting a high-end diesel pusher, I'm not a big fan of owning an RV that has a motor. Motorhomes. I think motorhomes are they're difficult in that unless where you're going, like if you're getting a small motorhome to drive out into the country or into the woods and then camp and stay right there and just be right there, you're supporting another engine, another drivetrain, and the whole 9 yards in your fleet of vehicles that you have to already support. I'm much more happy with getting a trailer. Now, I'll be honest, travel trailers and fifth wheels, even the higher end fifth wheels, yeah, but most of them are not built to the same kind of quality as a motorhome. Even a Class C is built better than most travel trailers. But that said, if you take care of them, you don't beat on them, you're willing to fix things here and there because that's always going to happen with whether you have a motorhome or a travel trailer. They're great, they're fantastic, and they're a ton of fun. And they get the family out of the house, and you get to go and do all sorts of cool stuff. Our kids are getting into rodeo. For those of you who don't know, our littlest one about 3 weeks ago was at bull riding camp with, my personal best friend, Gary LeFew, basically, godfather to our children now, 7-time NFR champion. And I'm teasing. But Garrett, we did get a chance to meet Garrett. We got really lucky. We actually picked him up at the airport here in Vegas and drove him up to Penguich, Utah, and drove him back. So we had 8 hours alone in the car with him, and just all that knowledge coming down from him. And then the boy getting to ride and stuff. And the daughter wants to do barrel racing. And the oldest, he's doing trap shooting, which these days is now part of rodeo. He wants to do something else. He's not sure what. But basically, the takeaway from it is, in the future, there will be horses in our life. We're going to have to get some horses. And then the question is, how do you transport them? Well, we have a travel trailer. That's not really going to work. So you can get what they're called living quarters. They're pretty expensive. And honestly, even in the biggest one, the living quarters are not that big. And we got a family of 5.
It's because most people live in them.
Yeah. So what I'm looking to do is there's a mod for if you've got a fifth wheel with the toy hauler, there's a mod that turns the garage into a 2-horse stall. So I'm thinking that might be the way we go. So
we're thinking.
Yeah.
We're not buying.
It's not right this second. But the takeaway is I don't see a time in the rest of our lives where there won't be an RV of some sort in our life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gurmut says, at the Den of Tools, I was in Key West this week, off and on, or should I say back and forth to Miami.
Ooh.
They were doing the big offshore race/poker run. It's deceiving how long a drive Miami. Yes, it is deceiving.
It's a really long drive.
We did that drive. Amanda Duncan and I did it in February, and we didn't make it all the way to the end. The other thing is because that is so narrow, that strip that you have to drive, if there's any kind of traffic or accident, holy cheese and crackers, look out, you're going to have a delay.
Being on the 7 Mile Bridge, though, is something that everyone should, if you get an opportunity, you got to do it. It's a beautiful drive.
Wow. Thank you so much, Chris, for the $19.99 super chat. The one thing I learned early in my Army career, if you want an answer to a specific question, ask a warrant officer. If you want an answer to any question, ask a sergeant, and he will find where to look for it. So I am so glad that it's nice to hear from you, and thank you for the super chat. But I do wonder about you. You work offshore, I believe. So I am so glad that you are doing well, and thank you again for the super chat.
Thank you.
Futano2 with the $25 super chat.
Wow.
Holy cheese and crackers. Thanks for showing/sharing all the deals.
Oh, thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you so much. I super appreciate that. Was that a child?
They're yelling. The kids are in the other line playing games with their friends.
Sorry. We got a little behind. Now I have to find myself.
You got a little behind.
I was exactly where I needed to be, and then I got lost. Okay, I'm well known for being directionally challenged. Do not put me in charge of directions. I will be fired immediately, repeatedly. La 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 la.
One moment, please.
Yeah. I went back too far. Rail 92222 says hi from Chile, Montana. I have been watching your videos. It is really cold.
Yeah.
I think you did a thing on snow removal recently.
I heard there's going to be more snow on Monday.
Thursday it's going to be 2 degrees.
Right.
Ooh, $5 from Just JM. Thanks for the advice. I'm scared about the cost of storage and maintenance for a travel trailer. I'm also in Vegas, but it seems like it might be good. So storage is expensive. If you can negotiate a great deal, or you know someone who
How much do we pay for storage down here?
$170.
Oof. But we have a super long spot, but it's uncovered. The covered's even more. But we're in a part of town that is not cheap. Your best bet is finding a bad section of town that's got a good storage unit with good cameras and renting there.
Yeah. I can't tell if it's a child or a dog, but somebody is asleep. I think it's a child.
Did Eleanor pass out behind us?
I think so. I wasn't gonna call her out, but
I will. The dog's asleep down there.
yeah, I know. I could see the dog. I was just trying to.
I wasn't.
Steel Sky at the Den of Tools. Let Mater's Workshop and I know. Oh yes, when we're going to be in Texas. So I don't know what is going on with this. So I hope you enjoyed Key West a little bit, Grimute. Wahawk says at the Den of Tools, Harbor Freight. At least my store now has free Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's cool.
That's kind of cool.
Wait.
That's Eleanor. She's snoring.
Eleanor.
Here, take this, please. I will go get said child.
She's not sounding good.
I know.
Sounds like she can't breathe. Anyway. Startup wattage is higher than running to. Yes, you're right. And I forgot to mention that. When looking at startup wattage, you need to, we're talking about going back to the inverter thing. When an electrical device, anything with a motor especially turns on, it peaks. So you have to look what the peak voltage is versus the running voltage. Interested party says, I may have missed it. Is Apex the tool company that makes really decent tools but made in a bad commercial? No, that was Flex. They were talking about power tools. Apex is the hand tool company that owns Gear Wrench, owns SATA, and makes makes hand tools for about half the companies you see out there. Usually the lower tier, mid to lower tier kind of stuff. Cobalt, maybe some of the Harbor Freight stuff, the Crescent and Duralast and other people.
You want me to read it for you?
No, Grimute says Dead Tools, the Harley has a new sound system. Woo-hoo! Wish videos could express how loud and clean it is. So I rode down the Key West that night, played at Boss's huge display of stuff. That's awesome. I bet that was a great ride on the Harley. Can we get you in a bear costume anytime soon? No, absolutely not. TP Link, yes, that was the one I was thinking about. Bravo says, I love my Makita tools, loving the 36-volt platform for the demo saw. Yeah, that 36-volt stuff is awesome. Tom A says, thank you, so thankful for all the information provided without requiring membership. You're welcome. Love to meet on our trip, though, if we could work it out. Sounds great. What if you work with dumb engineers? Well, I tried to get rid of the dumb engineers. The secret features have no use. If they're secret, there's a reason they're secret. Den Tools, fun y'all. 5 a.m. start at 460-mile drive. Ooh, early morning comes early. You be safe, Mike. Take care.
I can answer that question about Quick Fix. Do we like our iPhone 13 Pro over the Android?
We hate it. Just Jam says, thanks for the advice. I'm scared about the cost of storage. Well, that just popped up.
Because you caught
I
up.
see. Bear One says, I did take a trip to Texas last weekend of October for a PC build client. Man, it was the venture. First time away from the den on my lonesome. Aw. Did you say you installed Ethernet cables? I did Ethernet, I did token ring, and I did fiber, which technically you can run Ethernet over fiber. So And you can run actually back then, I think most fiber was token. Sonic Chris says, Dentals, I'm doing well, trying not to freeze out here. Gulf of Mexico, plus 30 knot winds, temps in the 50s. Boy, it's cold down south, isn't it? The boy and I, the older one, we were watching the Alabama versus Ole Miss game yesterday. And man, people were chilly down there in the south. Why did you take my chat messages away?
Oh, okay.
You just snatched them right away from me.
You were talking to my friends.
That was
okay?
rude.
Sonner Chris, super glad you're doing well. Sorry, it's cold.
Was the RV getting too cramped?
Bless you.
I wouldn't say cramped. It's the internet there was just too low. And we wanted to hang out and do a bunch of baking and stuff. And we have a hard, fast rule of no cooking in the RV because it just heats up the RV and makes it miserable.
Doesn't mean we don't cook. We do it outside.
We do. A lot. I cooked. I should have done some video.
Yeah.
I got some videos of the fire. We built a nice fire, put a bunch of wood on it, and burned down some really hot coals, then pushed the coals under the grill part, got the new Lodge flat skillet, and seared a bunch of steaks. She went and picked up 2 packs of steaks and a skirt steak. And because we like to do like batch cooking and stuff, all our proteins like on a Sunday or Saturday. And we cooked all the steaks. And we ate the skirt steak that night. And then you've been portioning out the rest of the steaks. But yeah, a lot of fun. Here, look at that. You didn't do it right.
You have to have the camera.
You gotta look. Ow, you're trying to break my wrist, woman.
Delicate flower.
Oh, yeah. I'm sitting here holding the phone like this. She's like, here.
Okay, you're telling me to put my face in it, but you're pointing the camera at the ceiling.
Bend your neck. Don't break my wrist.
This is what I'm working. Ladies, he's all mine. You can't have him. Gentlemen, he's also all mine. You can't have him.
Tuna soda. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a soda. I can't seem to find a direct answer on why my 20-volt max 6 amp hour battery runs my 20-volt saw noticeably better than my FlexVolt 6 amp hour battery. Cell count. 20-volt max 6 amp hour battery than my FlexVolt. I'm not sure which the 20-volt max 6 amp is that the high. Is it a high capacity, high discharge? Like, I'm not sure which batteries are in it. They're probably the 21700s, but that should also be in the FlexVolt. But I don't think the FlexVolt's got the quick discharge batteries. So they have certain cells that discharge faster, which means they put out more juice, essentially. That's an overly simplistic way of talking about it. But it's also the quality of cells, although the FlexVolt should have top quality cells in it. Tim says, freezing here in Kentucky. Yeah, it's cold all over these days, isn't it? Cincinnati Reds. Oh, man. I'm so glad you guys got a new stadium. I remember going to the old Cincinnati Reds stadium. It was like sitting in a coffee can watching you just looking straight down on the field. They were cheap, though. Cheap seats. CMC, hello from Atlanta. Question, I just bought the cordless DeWalt brushless atomic drill driver set 150. Should I take it back for the brushless Ryobi set DIYer, basically? Okay, here's what I'm going to say. That's a great set. Nothing wrong with it. But you have to look at what you're going to need going down, what you're going to be buying next and what it's going to do for you. In the end, price out what you're going to get, how much you're going to end up spending for the DeWalt versus what you're going to spend on the Ryobi. The Ryobi HP line is a fantastic line. And if you treat it right and you take care of your tools, it'll last you just as long. DeWalt's a better line. All right, it is. But Ryobi for the homeowner's got a lot more options in it. There's a lot of like all sorts of weird accessories and stuff you can get in the Ryobi line for the homeowner that's just going to be better for you.
Sonner Chris, you are so right. He says you better watch out. You keep that up, she's going to see flies. That's an old one, but yes, accurate. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat as well with your uneven numbers. You get me.
Where'd we go? Jason says, I'm in need of a new ratcheting wrench, debating between Tekton, Gear Wrench. Any recommendations? You can't go wrong with either of them. I'm sorry, but they're both quality products. The only thing I want to say is Gear Wrench has got several levels of quality they don't really talk about. So make sure you're getting like the 90 tooth or above. If you're going with the gear wrench, here's what I will say. I got to do, there's a video I'm going to do on that. I'm not going to talk about it here, but I think the Tekton's at the end of the day, a stronger one, but I would probably, I don't know. It's a back and forth between the two. There's different things to like about each of them. The one thing I will say is Gear Wrench now has the locking flex head, which is really cool. I got a Gear Wrench video coming out about that, but I love the Tekton stuff, and I got the cushion grip ones coming in here shortly. Any tips for knowing where you are in the attic? My attic is crazy. I had no idea where I was.
Do not take me. I am not the friend to help you. I am the friend to like bring snacks. That's my job.
And I'm part homing pigeon. I don't read street signs. I just know how to get from A to B. So sorry, I don't have any tips. I just do it.
Take him with you.
Yeah.
That's my tip.
There's your tip. Yeah, me walking through your attic. What could go wrong? Terry says, don't have to give an answer, but talk back feed. Talk back feed house with a generator. Generator link is not allowed here. Panels too old. Lockout and transfer switch would need serious rewiring. Backfeed's bad. Don't do it. That is a good way to burn your house down.
Which is not the goal.
Yeah. It's possible to backfeed into a system, but I'm not going to recommend it, and I don't know anybody who would. Kill King says, I bought a Olite Boulder Compact for my 19 boomstick. Oh, they contacted me and they're talking about stuff to send out, and they've got some new pistol stuff. And I'm like, do you have anything for the SIG 365? Because that's my go-to for all my. I've got like the micro one, the XL, all of them. I don't need a full size, say Glock, 19 style anymore, 17. And I've had plenty of those, and I sold them after I fell in love with the SIG. I'm a SIG P365 fanboy at this point. It's sad and pathetic. David, mom's seat's lost. David says, hey, Den and Tools, why don't you can make the seat higher.
I can.
Yeah. Tuna says the new 4 amp 6 hour kit. I can't right now off the top of my head answer you, dude. I'm really sorry. I'll have to take a look at it, but it could just be your flex battery is older and a little worn out. That is the thing that happens. Jim says, I'm seeing a new tool brand at Amazon called Denali by Skill. It seems to be an Amazon brand made by Skill. Is this something you've covered? I've not covered, but I haven't got a video out on it yet because I've got a contact at Shervon that owns Skill, and we're having a discussion, and I want to get the full 9 yards out of it before I throw information out that I don't want to half-ass it, if you would, okay? Sorry for the language, but that's really what it comes down to. A lot of people have given me grief lately going, well, so-and-so beat you to this story. I'm like, well, so-and-so beat me to the story with only half the story. I got the rest of it because I waited 2 days. But if you want half the story, you can stick with those other people. Grbit says, I was an Android fan for a long time until my boss made me switch to iPhone about 4 years ago. Now I'm trying to figure out how I lived without iPhone. This is so much better, especially, okay, there are some great things about iPhone. The screen is beautiful. The interactivity between the apps is fantastic. The ability to share information with other iPhone users is amazing. FaceTime is amazing. The ability to track where everybody is, my family is, like my kids as a parent, that's amazing. My wife can check up on me and say like, hey, rather than call me and say, when are you going to be home, knowing that I'm on a phone call, she can just look and go, okay, he's 30 minutes away and she get ready for blah, blah, blah. The other day, Duncan came down to the RV and we changed the Wi-Fi since he'd been there. He's like, oh, I need the new Wi-Fi thing. My phone pops up. Would you like to share the Wi-Fi with him? And I click, yeah, sure. And he immediately gets the Wi-Fi password. There's lots of great stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that's a real pain that's all like nice to have, but not essentials. But there's a lot of the essentials that Android does that iPhone just falls on its face. Voice to text would be the first one.
The other one is that super fancy feature that accidentally calls 911. That's fantastic.
Yeah, my wife's called 911 like 5 times accidentally. We think you're trying to call 911. Let me connect you. No, don't connect me. Doesn't the FlexVolt have 18650? That was the first thing I thought, but I thought, no, the FlexVolt's got to have 21700s. I've slept since the last time I looked at those, so. Conquest, 199. Watch out. Keep that up and she will see flat. We saw that one before. Tuna says, have you noticed the Home Depot sales items? Da, da, da. Wait, I thought I jumped for air. Have you noticed the Denta Tools Home Depot sales items, buy and get a free tool, have a return amount limit on the receipt? Like not a full paper. Yes, that's so people can do the tool hack. So if you get this item free and you return everything, then they're only worth this much. So you're not like returning the other stuff and then keeping the free tools. They've been doing that for years. Michael says, looking for an inverter to run my CPAP machine while camping. Do you think the Hart 20-volt inverter power source would work? Wasn't sure if the inverter would have to be pure sine wave. I'll tell you what, if it was my CPAP, and I do sleep with a CPAP, I wouldn't use anything other than pure sine. It probably doesn't need it, but I'm not going to, I've had to sleep nights without my CPAP, and it sucks. That said, I don't know if the Hart would do it, honestly. I would buy a dedicated inverter, not inverter, but power box for that kind of stuff. In fact, I've got a video coming out on the new EcoFlow that looks like it's going to be a great box specifically for that. The CMC, the Denta Tools, thanks, man. Appreciate the advice. New to the channel, but I must recommend the Snap-on ratcheting screwdriver. I've had mine for 20 plus years. The ratcheting screw, there's so many great ratcheting screwdrivers out there. What's the one I like? But I like the roller lock system, where instead of ratcheting, it just smoothly rolls and it uses a ball bearing to lock it and bring it back.
Jason, I don't think we saw that before.
Nope. Thanks for answering all 3 of my questions tonight. Sorry, it takes us some time to get to them, but we always try to answer all the questions we can.
Thank you for the $3.30.
33 cents.
Yes. Thank you so much.
The Denta Tools, the gear wrench will fit in tighter spaces than the Tecton. There's a thought. I'll tell you that flex head one we looked at, that had a tiny little head on it. I was astounded. Looking forward to the Denali video. I should have that this week, hopefully. Thoughts on the Hart impact wrench? The new one, the old one is, unless you get a bigger battery on it, it'll take off the tires. That's about all it's good for. The newer one is something that's pretty nice, and I'm excited. I want to get my hands on that one. Will you be in Vegas last January 1st to February for NHS? We're talking about it. I would like to be, but I'll tell you what. I was at NHS earlier this year, and it was the worst expo I've ever been to, and I can't believe I wasted my money going to it. I was talking to the guys at SK. SK was complaining about how bad the show was. They weren't even selling tools at the time. Robert says, I work at Home Depot in Brinkman, Houston, Texas. Oh, sweet. I got to get to Houston. I've been down in Texas in a long time. Just mom and son RV adventures. Just want to say, as a RVer full-timer in, the Bears helped me figure out the best deals and tools to keep the RV going. Stuff gets loose, things break, even in my Newmar diesel pusher. That's a nice rig. Robert says 18-foot Gorilla Ladder, $80. Ooh, I'll have to check that one out. Infernal Craftsman, the Flying Half Works tablet is a fruit phone and has nothing but trouble. I can't update it by itself. Manually updating often doesn't work. The Android ones before just work. They just work. Michael says, thanks, Bear. CMC, I get a full-size brushless Ryobi. And what's the best power screwdriver? Oh, that's a good question. I've got the Hercules 12-volt, and it's fantastic. The Milwaukee, when you get the deal on it, there's a deal, and it should hopefully happen around this time, because it did last year. The M12 screwdriver is fantastic. Personally, I don't like having the battery in the handle, but a lot of people don't mind it. Some people prefer it. So I'd go back and forth between those two. But I got to tell you, once you've used one of those, rather than using a drill with a chuck on it, they're more compact. They're not the same power as an impact. You don't have to worry about over-torquing and all that. They're fantastic tools to use. Says hello.
Almost 8.
Yes, it is time for us to go. So we've imposed enough here. So we got to take off here. What are your thoughts on the difference between the FlexVolt Advantage and the Power Direct? I know they are Home Depot and Lowe's comparable high ends, but do you have an option?
Opinion.
I think that's going to have to be a whole video that I'm going to have to do. That is too long a conversation. We're wrapping things up here. I'm really sorry. But stay tuned, and I will do a comparison on those too, okay? Anyway, you all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on. Griffin got in on the background.